Hello, everyone. John DiDomenico reporting the news. And from the wacky world of the law, there's word of a civil lawsuit between two soup-trepreneurs, one claiming the other stole his recipes and is making money off of them, while the other claims he emotionally harmed and threatened her. For more on what's stewing, our Noah Fox is braving the chilly atmosphere of litigation. Noah, what do you have for us?
John, I'm outside Soups 2 here on 42nd Street to look at a lawsuit that goes back decades. Then the story dropped for years, and then recently came to a simmer. Let's bring in Cosmo. He only goes by Cosmo, a hipster doofus affectation, as some may call it. Cosmo, how you doing? Let's get some answers.
Yeah. Hello there.
Okay, so Cosmo, tell us a little bit about this dispute between Elaine Bennis and Yez Kassan. You know them both, right?
Yeah, I've known Elaine since the 80s, and Yez is my boy. He's my homie. He's my boy. I've known him since the 90s. In fact, in a weird way, I'm a link between the two of them.
All right, totally believable.
Yeah, one night in, I think it was 1995, Elaine bought an armoire from a man but couldn't bring it into her building. And I told her I'd guard it, and I tried to guard it. And then these two guys, it was it wasn't two guys, it was a huge gang of street thugs. They stole it, and I was so sad, and I was guilty, and I felt bad. And I mentioned to my boy Yez, and he owns a soup shop, and he said that he has an old armoire, he's not using it, and my friend could have it. My boy, he's a sweet, sweet guy.
Okay, but then what happened?
Well, I gave it to Elaine. I gave the armoire to Elaine and told her it was from Yez, and she callously disregarded him as the soup Nazi.
I'm sorry, did you say a soup Nazi? What's that?
Yeah, Yez is an artistic genius. He demands perfection in himself and his products, and he also expects it from his customers. It was a perfectly simple product. You order it the way he wants, and if you don't, and you don't follow directions, guess what? You're out, dude. He won't serve you.
Okay, and that's what happened to Elaine?
Banned her for 1 year, Kimosabe.
All right, so that's why Elaine Bennis refers to him as the soup Nazi?
Yo, Rico! What's up, baby love? Hit me on the Insta. What was that? Is this live?
It is, and is that what happened to Elaine?
Yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Okay, but she accepted the armoire.
Yes, but she admitted she might have been wrong about him, and she was going to go into his store and thank him.
All right, and so what happened? Did you go to see him?
Oh, yeah, I had not told Yez that it was actually for her, and I didn't know how mad she made him, and I guess that was a surprise to him, and he wished that the armoire had gone to her.
All right, but then something happened.
Well, a couple weeks later, she pried open that stuck door, and it didn't open for a while, and in it were all his family secrets and recipes for the soups.
Okay, so she discovered all his trade secrets, all his intellectual property, the basis of his whole business viability.
Well, I don't know intellectual property. I don't know any of that gobbledygook, but I can tell you it was right there waving in the breeze.
All right, but that was in 1995. What happened after that?
Well, his business kind of fell off after that. He moved to Argentina.
Argentina.
Yeah.
All right, what happened?
Yeah, he opens a bar on the beach, and I got to tell you, it's a great spot. He lives from the late 90s until the COVID pandemic.
Okay, so COVID. What happened in the COVID pandemic?
Well, I went to Argentina and visited Yaz, and there was some baby dolls. You're a good-looking cat, right? He's a good-looking cat. You know what I'm saying? And I told him about how hard the pandemic hit New York, especially the first year. It was just terrible.
All right, so that's when he decided to come back to New York and open up another soup restaurant.
You got that right, Mutombo.
Did you just call me a gumbo?
But we didn't know in the years that he was gone that Elaine had built 4 soup and salad restaurants. She almost had an empire, popular ones. They were really tasty. I don't know, maybe he didn't know about the soup places. I know he said he wanted to come back to the city to pay something back. I didn't know exactly what that meant.
Okay, well, were the soups at her restaurants based off his recipes?
He's sure of it. She says no, and all I know is that both of them make fine, tasty soups.
All right, thanks, Cosmo. That was pretty weird. Okay. Now, turning to what happens when these two soup stations reunited in New York, I'm here with Mulva Sinclair, a New Yorker and a lover of soup restaurants. And,
Noah, excuse me, but ask her if she considers chili to be stew.
no, I won't do that. So, Mulva, you were standing outside Soups 2, Yes Kassim's newer soup restaurant in late March of this year. Is that right?
That's right. I work in the area, and soup is great for lunch at any time.
Okay, and has he treated you nicely?
I mean, I would say he treats me respectfully. I order in a clear voice, pay for my food, and then I leave. I mean, that's all anybody really wants.
Okay, have you seen a problem there?
In late March this year, I was standing outside right by the door looking in. This woman with long dark hair, face like a frying pan, was in there trying to talk to the owner as he was getting ready to open in the morning. Now, in my opinion, she wasn't there for the soup because he hadn't even opened yet, but I have gotten there early sometimes. Maybe she was there for the soup, I don't know. Anyway, she wasn't wearing a mask, even though there's a masks required sign on the door. I think it's just disrespectful.
All right, even though the New York Health Department had dropped all mask requirements before that.
I mean, just because the government doesn't require it anymore, private business can still make whatever rules it wants for its shop, right?
Okay, so what happened when Yes Kassim saw her?
Oh, he flipped his lid.
Noah, ask if she meant.
No, I will not. Please continue, ma'am. Sorry.
It looked like they were having some kind of a dispute. At times, she was really upset. Other times, not so much. But there was something else, like he recognized her somehow, maybe. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know him well, and I can't read his mind. But all of a sudden, he runs around from behind the corner, yelling at her, and he had something in his hand, like a metal of some kind, like a bat. I don't know what it was.
Okay, then what?
Well, then she left. I saw her talk to a couple people on the sidewalk. She wrote something down, and then she walked away.
Okay, on the sidewalk, was she emotional? Was she crying?
No, she didn't seem to be emotional when she was outside. But again, I don't read minds, and I can't say how she was feeling.
All right. Thank you, Mulva. Unforgettable name, by the way. And John, while there's more to know about this case of soup, that version is condensed.
Was that, Noah, was that a soup pun?
Man, I don't even know anymore. Reporting live, this is Noah Fox, Magna 22.
Thanks, Noah. That was good.
Oh, don't.